Hi, I'm Jill. I'm an actor living and working in New York City. And this week's video is, well, it's a little different. It's about creating a new YouTube trailer for my channel. Hi, guys. I realized, well, I Googled, and what I discovered was, well, I asked, how many videos has Jill Dalton made for her channel on YouTube? And it came back 132 videos. So this means I have been doing YouTube for 2 years, 3 months-ish. I've never taken a week off. And so my I realized my YouTube trailer was the first video I ever made for YouTube. I had no idea what I was doing. It wasn't a trailer for the channel. It was just a story that I told. I haven't even looked at it because I'm scared to. I think I'm going to take that story and retell it because now I have a much better idea of how to do this YouTube stuff. So I think it would be interesting to do that. So I created this new trailer for YouTube, and I am hoping, well, I want to get your input on it. And I want you to let me know what you think of it, if you think it describes what we do here on my channel, and if you have any ideas that I can add, subtract, divide, multiply, whatever. So, all right. So here's the trailer. I've been telling stories my entire life. Some of them almost broke me, but every story taught me something. Hi, I'm Jill. I'm an actor, storyteller, and recovering army brat. This channel is where I tell behind-the-scenes stories about my life and showbiz, the roles I played, sets I worked on, people I worked with, when it worked, when it didn't. At one point, I even tried stand-up comedy.
I want a guy who can give me eternal youth and beauty, okay? Definitely. Any vampires? We have any vampires here? I'm not talking a case of oil of Olay. I'm talking mainlining. No, and I hate those wimpy girls in those vampire movies. They're always like, oh no, don't touch me, don't touch me. I'm like, hey. Brad Pitt, where are you, Brad?
And what I learned about failure, resilience, and finding meaning in chaos. Like Richard Pryor said, comedy is tragedy plus time. If you love behind-the-scenes stories, hard-earned life lessons, and a little humor along the way, subscribe and join our community. I drop a new story every Sunday. See you backstage. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. And I want you to give me input because you always have good suggestions. So thanks so much, you guys, for all your kind comments about my electrical situation. Yeah, so I did contact my landlord and I email him because that way I have a record, because when I call him, it's so weird. I'll say, "Hi, this is Jill in 5A." No response. So, yeah. So about my electrical situation, and then I have to, and sometimes I mean, I called him once uh, I sort of say my elevator wasn't working. That happens too. No, my refrigerator wasn't closing or whatever because the seal, and he had already sent out a repair guy, and the repair guy said, "I can't fix this thing. It's 100 years old." So I called my landlord and I'm like, "Yes." So the guy came, he can't fix it. So, and he goes, "Well, what do you expect me to do about it?" I said, "Well, I guess you can either buy me a new one, or I don't know, I'll buy it and you'll whatever, reimburse me." So he hangs up. I mean, there's, oh, I hear nothing. And then there's a knock on the door a few days later. It's my super with a new refrigerator for me. I'm like, okay, thank you. Yeah, so he's hard to deal with, is what I'm trying to say. So I always email. Also, that way you have a record of what you said and what he said. So I emailed him and I said, "The electrician you sent was brilliant. He did a great job. And I know now the wall has to be opened up, but," I said, "I'm nervous. I feel like maybe we need to check for mold first before we start opening up the walls." I've heard nothing, so we shall see. But for right now, I'm fine. It's fine. But I forget who said it in the comments, just go ahead and do it. And I agree, I have to do it because it's New York. You got to do it. All right, you guys, it is so hot here. Like, I think real feel is like 99 or something. What? But tomorrow it's going to cool off, which makes me happy. All right, let's see. Let's see about your questions and comments, shall we? All right, what have we got going on here? Oh, what's going on? Okay, this is from Planet Crouton. It's funny. It says, "My friend suffered a horrible knee injury. The knee was above where it should have been. I bought a thermoflow bandage. It was ceramic fiber woven through and creates infrared healing. Well, the doc could not believe how great the knee was in a short period of time. I do not work for the company." I'm a retired hair cutter. Okay, so I went on, what's it called? Amazon. I couldn't find a thermoflow, but I found I was using these when I was doing the show at one point. I know this says neck, but I guess I don't even remember. I guess I was wrapping it around the knee and then wrapping it with an ace bandage. So I saw a thermocare on there for the knee. Let me know if that's the same thing or if it's a totally different company. I know you don't work for the company, but maybe you know. All right, this is from Liz Ann Z. Okay. All right, kudos to you, Jill. After listening to your tale of your awful audition partner, your William Hurt saga, your long ago health club job, ugh, I'm convinced you could get along with and work with anyone. Yeah, well, I think the reason why I can do that is because growing up in the military, we moved every 2 to 3 years. And so you learn to read the room because you move to a new place. I have what I like to do, I learned it from being in the military, is you get in wherever you're in, a classroom or whatever, and you just look around, you assess what's going on, who's who, what the deal is, and then I would just become who I needed to be to survive in that particular situation. And I think that could be one of the reasons why I became an actor, because you're kind of getting into someone else's skin. Yeah, that's why. Oh, yeah. Oh, and says they like my healthy sense of humor, which puts things in perspective. Yes, I have always, always, always used humor to survive, because this Earth school is sometimes not fun, sometimes very challenging, sometimes just hard. I get relief by laughing. I like, that's how I heal. That's how I survive. Yeah, gots to do what we gots to do. All right, this is from, oh, Tammy Burke. Hmm. Oh, this is just a really nice comment. Thank you, Tammy. Says, what a lovely channel. I've never seen you before, but wow, you are a great storyteller. Thank you. Your voice and cadence and content are superb, funny, thoughtful, not rushed, no uptick. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to look it up. It's probably a YouTube thing. A fabulous pleasure, instant subscribe, now looking for more. Kind of gives me David Sedaris vibe. I love that so much, because you have to watch my video of about working in Santa Land, because he was an elf there. Not, I don't think he was there when I was there, but he might have been. I don't know. But he did a whole play. I was doing just one piece in my one woman show about Santa Land, and people loved it. But he did a whole play, and that's what put him on the map. So yes, I do love David Sedaris. I think I've, yeah, I think I've read everything. Well, I don't know if I've read everything he's ever written, but I've read a ton of his stuff, and it's very entertaining, and I've always loved that. Oh yeah, this is Kathy. Yeah, Kathy G. Just do it. Don't clean until they're done. Yeah, I know. Just do it. That's what I have to do. I have to bite the bullet and do it. And like my friend Carol says, things happen in threes, Jill. So you should be good now, because you had the repointing of the bricks, then you had the leak, not one, but two in the living room, and then the whole electrical thing, which would be three. So, geez. Yeah, I should be good for a while. Oh, I know. Yeah. All right. This is from Susanna P. Oh, she's saying she's sorry about the loss of my precious magpie kitty. I know. She was the sweetest little girl. She really was. I mean, what a blessing. All right. This is, yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about. She said, I didn't know until now, because the algorithm stopped bringing your videos up. So between traveling to New York City, getting sick, work and responsibilities, I have not watched one in about a month. Oh, thank you. Well, this is what I discovered about the algorithm. This is another thing that I heard another channel talking about. All right. When you subscribe to a channel, right, you click on that subscribe button. Can't even say it. And to the left of that, there's a little bell notification. And if you click on that, it has some choices like all, blah, blah. I discovered unless you hit the all part of the bell notification, the algorithm will decide if they're going to send you my video or not. So you have to put all on there. Who knew? There's all these little nooks and crannies and blah, 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 blah. And I'm mad at YouTube because they have not sent, I haven't gotten a check from YouTube in 3 months. I've always gotten a check. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, they always switch up the algorithm and I don't know what any of it means. All right. Susanna P says, my longest lasting dream is still there to communicate and also to perform. I come to New York City twice a year from California because I love it so much. I'm older, but I'm thinking about moving there. I do very well there on my own. Yeah, actually, New York City is a great place to be on your own. It really is because everything is here and I don't have a car. I had a car, when I first got here. Now that was a pain because where am I going to park it? And then if you put it in a garage, which you need to, because if it's a nice car, that's like another rent, which it's way too expensive. So once I got rid of the car, I take the bus, I take the subway, I walk. It's much cheaper, especially with gas going up and up and up and up. All right. Thanks, Susanna. What else have I got here? Somehow I cut off the name. I cut out part of this email somehow. All right. They said that they knew I was in duress when the y'all came out. When things get that way for me, deep breathing, fresh air are my go-tos, followed by something cakey. When I leave a comment here, I mostly do it. I don't expect a response. It's nice, but not necessary. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, every time you leave a comment, it lets the algorithm know that, oh, people like this, people are watching this. Then she left a quote from A League of Their Own, which I have not seen in ages, but I loved it when it first came out. And it was a quote that Dottie, who was played by Gina Davis, said. Tom Hanks asks why, and she says it's too hard, and he says it's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everybody would do it. The hard is what makes it great. Everything I've ever done is hard. Okay. All right. Thanks, you guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate all your comments and all your concern about my living situation, the electricity. So far, so good. Of course, I had to turn on my air conditioner because it got so hot. And I was like, please, please, please don't let anything, don't let the fuse blow. But what they did several years back, they redid some of the wiring, not all of it. That would have made way too much sense. But I found out through the super that by law, they had to rewire these old buildings, but not all of it, just like they redid the plug over here where the AC goes, one in my bedroom, one in the kitchen, yeah, one in the bathroom. But that blew out anyway. But anyway. I know, it's crazy. But don't forget to leave your comments about the trailer. Let me know what you think or if you have any ideas, okay? All right. So thanks for watching, you guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and press all. And be sure to hype the channel if you'd like to. Leave your questions and comments. And I want to give a shout out to all my subscribers and all my monthly subscribers. I just want to say thank you so much. It means the world to me. Let's send love to all the kitties who watch. Stan and Chloe, Poe, the other Poe, Gracie, Palm Trees, Alfie, Raffy, Zito, Sylvia, Sophie, the professor, wherever you are. the magnificent magpie, the kitty angels everywhere. I love you guys. And I will see you next week